This is Dave, a diver running a sushi bar next to the ocean. In this sushi bar a lot of stuff needs to be done. All the stuff would be manageable if the guy we're playing as wasn't so lazy. Although I can relate to him a lot. The stuff that he needs to do, or rather you need to do, are service at night where you sell the fish you have caught during the day. Get harassed by an ecology student, a girl who studies the fauna in the blue hole, but where not she does give you rewards. You will also need to find stuff for one crazy dude studying seamen. I mean sea people. Then there's a silver haired guy named Cobra. He looks a bit like Soldier 76, but will introduce you to what will be the best friendship ever. The guy is a weeb who happens to be knowledgeable of weapons and has the tools to create them. And you will be partly running a social media life. Luckily it's only something like Instagram and the posts are handled for you. The only thing you need to do is improve your rank and look at other amazing posts. Further, you don't need to do anything in the Cooks app, although I really like the pictures. What I find very interesting is the weight of Dave, because it should not be possible. I mean, he is swimming around all day and he is running his ass off at night. So how can he be this heavy without showing signs of losing his weight? If you have any idea, please let me know in the comments. His laziness really shines through when he gets another task to do. It seems like he never wants to do it, but there's always a reward, so he will do it. Even when Dave got called by his mate Cobra in the beginning of the game, he was lazing around. But the guys talked about sushi and that's how he got the job. Let's take a better look at the job itself. In the sushi restaurant bar, it has stools, so let's call it a bar. In a sushi bar you work as a waiter. Your job is to run around serving people the food the chef has prepared. You're also supposed to pour some tea, which you perfect almost all the time. Although it goes bad really quick. It's already bad if the tea inside the cup touches the rim. And clean up dishes whilst also cleaning the spot so a new customer can sit there. So these are already a lot of things to do for a guy who was, from my understanding, supposed to be a silent business partner. But there are even more things to do at the sushi bar. Before you open up shop at night, you can do a few things. You can also do these things during the day. Select various menu items of the fish you have caught, and you can also make your chef learn a new dish. Let the chef hone his skills and make him master the dish. You can also get an amazing cutscene out of this, but I won't show you now. And just so you know, this game is filled with amazing cutscenes. Once you're a bit further in the game, you can get staff. And for some cozy purposes, you can adjust the interior. Different decors have to be purchased though. I love the looks of Chef Bancho. Think of your average Asian sushi master mixed with southern soul food. Then when you finish your night, you get a look at the things you gained during that service. Most important are the things you gained for your Cooksta ranking and your cost to earning statistic. After your night comes next day. You start this off on your boat, where you can look at all the apps on your phone. For now, the ones you need to use will be iDiver and Cooksta. However, later on in the game you will get a lot more. Now we go on to the main event of Dave the Diver, the diving. During your dive you have an oxygen and a depth meter. With the oxygen meter you can see for how long your dive lasts. And with the depth meter you can see how deep you go. But if you go too deep, oxygen will be used up more. Also, a thing that will use up more oxygen is dashing. This means just swimming is more efficient, but if you're battling a shark you will dash a few times. You also have a weight meter. This lets you know how much fish you can catch. You can go over it, but will just be slower with this icon showing up above Dave. But if you keep catching fish, the icon will change from the weight to a yellowy weight. This means you can't catch any more fish and you're supposed to leave. If you happen to die during your dive, Cobra will get you back on the boat. However, you can only take one of the items you have caught. The cost for that in this game is running out of oxygen. To use up less oxygen or restore oxygen, you can use items you get from cargo boxes. There are also weapon boxes, but we will talk about them later. The cargo boxes usually give you one of these 3 items: a water scooter or a long distance water scooter. These items make it so you don't use up oxygen during dashing. However, they have a limited battery, so you won't be able to use them the whole time. The other item is a portable oxygen tank. Using this restores 40 oxygen points. Quite a handy one to have. Especially when you're in a fight against sharks, aggressive fish or bosses, because once you get hit, your oxygen levels will go down. The shark even has a cool biting animation where you need to button mash, but I always seem to fail this one. Then you have your weapon cases. Because you get a better weapon than your own, you will deal more damage. Meaning sharks and aggressive fish die faster. Meaning you lose a lesser amount of oxygen during your battle. In the weapon cases you can find melee weapons, such as an old samurai sword or a shock button. But the weapons to be excited about are the shooting things, harpoons and rifles. When you play the game more, you will unlock more things, but these are the weapons you have right now. You can get different kinds of harpoons. These have infinite ammunition. You have a shock harpoon, a lightning harpoon, an enhanced harpoon, and a flame harpoon. The harpoon, the lightning harpoon, and the enhanced harpoon I don't like, because once you have dealt enough damage to a fish, you need to button mash, and I'm not good at that. For the flame harpoon you need to press 2 buttons at the same time to enlighten your fish. Underwater, yeah, makes sense. And the shock harpoon is my favorite. Here you will need to move your joystick from the left to the right, very fast. When you fail, the fish will be shocked. This causes him to swim slower and stop moving every now and then. If you succeed with some of the tasks, the fish will just die, or you will just catch it. Then you also have the triple axle, which works kind of like a shotgun, firing 3 bullets short range. You also have a net gun. This throws a net over the fish and you will catch it later on. The fish will be alive, so you will get a 3-star ranking. And later on in the game you will also have a red sniper rifle. You get this item really quick, so I think I can just cover it here. This item shows a laser when you aim and has a very far range. These weapons, however, do not have infinite ammo, only the harpoons have. To restore used up ammo, you can find ammo boxes scattered on the ground. On the ground you will also find oxygen tanks. These things restore a lot of oxygen. I think it's about 100 oxygen. You will also have encounters with 2 dolphins that make hearts once you help them. They will give you stuff, no clue what to do with them though. I have a feeling they connect to the sea people, but I really have no clue. The next thing you need to know are the walkie-talkie marks scattered across the map. These are extraction points. So if you're running low on oxygen and can't make it back to the surface on time, or if you have a full inventory and just need to get back, you can just use that. Hold down square, walkie-talkie Cobra, and he will let down a cage where you will leave with. As you just saw, this game has a lot going on. And if you play it, you can unlock even more. If you really like Dave the Diver but are kind of tired of it, click here for another good free game.